Seaside Band. Thank you so much. And we're going to be hearing from you later on. Good morning. I'm Reverend Lori Sheets. I'm glad that each of you are here. I'm glad that each of you are happy. I'm glad that each of you are filled with abundance. Christian said I could do the sermon today. He did not. Today we have our basic beliefs class, which happens after the second service, and that's a class that will help you clarify and learn more about our teaching, and I'm teaching that class in the Emerson room. We also have a meeting for all of our ministry heads, so please be sure to attend that if you're a ministry head. And the youth and family, we're having a social hour. Debbie McDonnell, who is the director, and that's in the family room, and it's a way that the different families can get to know each other, as well as their children. We have some activities. They'll be serving snacks and martinis, and everyone will be joyous. And also next week, anyone who is interested in working with our youth is invited to come to a training to find out a little bit more about youth and how you can add your skills and abilities and gifts and talents and love to all of the cherubs that are up there awaiting to meet you. Now, as we look forward to next week, this is very important. This is a very important slide. Remember that slide, Marv, the one with the clock? Oh, we never did find that last time, did we? We want to, remember, fall, back, spring, forward. Again, fall, back, spring, forward. So since it's spring, we want you to set your clocks because we have a lot going on March 10th. We have our, oh, there it is, look. Look, isn't that great? Our sages will be meeting after second service, and also the Rhythms of Radiance drum circle with Christine Stevens, and that is one of our ministries and always a lot of fun. Also, there's a singles brunch at Native Foods Cafe, and I have no idea where that is. Absolutely none. And if you do, raise your hand. Okay, look at these people and find out where it is. The partnership way class that was starting tomorrow night with practitioners Jackie Mayo and Kathy Nelson has been postponed, so stay tuned for more information. And then I'd like to invite Sunny Goodwin up. We have a class coming up on nonviolent communication. Sunny?
This coming Saturday, March 9th, from 9 to 11:30, we're going to be doing a workshop called Connecting with the Heart. It's all about going within and forgiveness, and it's going to be wonderful. I'm going to give you a quick example of some compassionate communication skills we'll be using. The wife has just gotten home from work, and husband has had the whole afternoon off, and the wife is just exhausted.
Typical.
The wife is just exhausted, and the husband hits her with, the minute she walks through the door, I want you to help me with this right now. I've just been waiting for you all day. And the wife comes back with, would you just leave me alone? Doggone it. Every time I walk in here, you just bug me to death. And the wife comes back with, gee, I think you must be feeling really frustrated, overwhelmed, and upset. Sounds like you're needing some alone time and just some peace and quiet before I talk to you. And that just diffuses the whole situation and everything works out instead of having a great big fight. I'm telling you, it really works come Saturday. All right? Thank you.
Very much. We also have a bereavement group that is starting March 14th. So if you have someone who has a loss in their lives and may need some support, or if that is something that you are experiencing, please come to the class. It is facilitated by our own practitioner, Michelle Turnan. It starts on March 14th. And for all the classes, the sign-ups are always in the education office. March 17th. Are you ready, Marv? Okay. March 17th. Bring a friend. There we go. Now, this is what I'm talking about.
Hello. Let's see if anybody knows what's going on around here.
It's sunny again.
What's happening? March 17th. There's something going on.
March 17th, we're going to have a whole bunch of brand new people coming to see us. We're going to welcome them and make them feel like help them feel that Seaside is their new spiritual home.
Bring a friend to Seaside. It'll transform their lives. It'll transform your life. It'll make a difference in this community.
Hey, you, March 17th, bring a friend to Seaside. Come on down.
Ladies and gentlemen, on March 17th, bring a friend to Seaside. Don't miss it. It will be a phenomenal event. You gotta be there.
March 17th, bring a friend to Seaside.
Bring a friend March 17th to Seaside.
On March 17th, bring a friend. You're gonna love it.
And I'm a great believer in doing your alone time spiritual work, but you cannot do community while you're alone. And there is such great value in doing community with people of like mind, of playing with people of like mind, of journeying together with people of like mind. And so to be able to celebrate with the music and the fun and the festivities and the laughter and the applause, it just cannot be beat. And Seaside is the place to be on March 17th as we double the morning attendance, because you know what? Something great's going on here.
Bring a friend.
Bring a friend.
Bring a friend. Bring a friend.
Bring a friend. Traiga a sus amigos.
Hi. Bring a friend.
Bring a friend to Seaside.
March 17th, be there. We've got monster trucks.
March 17th, you want to be here at Seaside. It's Bring a Friend Sunday. You got to come. You won't regret it. Be here, Seaside, March 17th. See you then.
Sunday, Qualcomm Stadium, buy a car, wrong commercial. Bring a friend, March 17th, Seaside Church. Don't miss it.
All right. Do you get the message?
Perfect. Corny enough? Yeah.
Find a friend, bring a friend, or tell them about our podcast. We're really wanting to up our numbers, but most importantly, we're planning a very special time here on the 17th. So we will take very good care of your friends that you bring. We will love them up. And with that in mind, I'd like to invite the light bearer today to join us, our practitioner, Robin Mitchell. And now please stand and greet your neighbor and remain standing.
All right, it's time for our congregational song together this morning. We're singing All Good, Holy, Holy. Reverend Fran and the band over there. Right on.
soul. Let me know all is love. Holy, holy. All right, Bobby. Let me know all is one. Holy, holy. All God, all God.
It's all God, all God. Holy, holy. All God, all God. Holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Let me know all is God. Holy, holy. All good, holy, 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 all good, holy, holy, all in my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Let me know all is good, holy, holy.
Hey, all right. Sounding good. Hey, good morning, Seaside. Oh, what a joy it is to be here with you on this wonderful day. A day in which we get to celebrate spirit, we get to celebrate ourselves, and Seaside is a spiritual nexus, inspiring us to live our divinity. It is a place where we get to live inspired lives and celebrate community. Truly, Seaside is a blessed spot on this planet, thanks to you and all that you bring. And as today unfolds, it unfolds as a result of you being here and the consciousness you have brought. And so welcome to anybody who may be here for the first time. Know that you're welcome. All are welcome to Seaside. It is a place without judgment. It's an affirming spiritual community. It is a community where you make a difference. So I'm grateful that you're here. And to take us a little bit deeper to set the tone for this morning is a wonderful practitioner by the name of Brian Atkins.
Please join me in the stillness. And I know that God is all there is. And I know that God is right here, right this very moment, expressing itself in its own divinity. Each of us is that divine essence, expressing in our own unique ways. And I give thanks in advance in knowing that each of us receives exactly that which we are meant to receive here today. As the words flow forth from Reverend Christian Sorensen's lips, each of us is touched. Each of us receives that shift in consciousness. And we, in turn, take that message out into the world. And consciousness shifts throughout the world. And so I simply turn this time over to the hands of God and know that it is perfect. And so it is.
The breath of God is breathing me, is resting in the breath of God. I know that all is well. I know that all is well. The power of God is powering me. It's resting in the power of God. I know that all is well. I know that all is well. Is resting in the love of God. I know that all is well. I know, yes I know that all is well.
It was beautiful, Reverend Fran. Thank you. Thank you. All is well. Good morning. I'm Reverend Tammy Mars. It's my joy to be with you here today, as we come forth with a very clear intention, an intention to raise up and see life from the highest perspective possible. For it's impossible for us to be sitting here right now and not have every part of our being, our awareness, our consciousness lifted up. That's what the spiritual journey is about. It's about living from, as the Bible says, the vibration of the Most High. And from there, we can see clearly, and we get the benefits and the gifts of seeing all. And that's what Reverend Christian's going to be talking about today, so I'm excited for you to hear that. I also want to say thank you to any of you that might be brand new, and welcome anybody that's brand new. We have a wonderful gift for you that I want to invite you to pick up in the family room in our Welcome Center. As you can see here, it has all kinds of fun things in it. It has CDs of the service. It has Science of Mind magazine. It has discounts for the bookstore. And it also has a copy of Reverend Christian's of his book that you can pick up as a gift for free from the bookstore. It has all kinds of information. So I invite you to be sure to pick that up and find out a little bit more about us and take full benefit of the free gifts that we have to offer. So thank you for being here. We so appreciate it. So Reverend Christian, today we're following along with a book that he has written with Peter Wells all year long, and it's called The Joyous Freedom Journal. And he's given us that gift of every single day, starting our day with a bit of truth and inspiration so that our day floats from there into greater and greater good. And so I'm going to share with you today, March 3rd, our reading. And so I just invite you to take these words within. Today's talk is entitled, Enjoy Yourself. We'll start with a quote from the Buddha. Meditation brings wisdom. Lack of meditation leaves ignorance. Know well what leads you forward and what holds you back, and choose the path that leads to wisdom. It's the Buddha. In our reading, Thich Nhat Hanh, who's also a Buddhist monk, suggests that meditation is as easy as simply sitting and enjoying being with yourself. What if it really were as simple as that? No elaborate rituals or techniques, no extraordinary discipline required, simply relaxing into the idea of enjoying your own company, enjoying being with yourself. So our thought to contemplate today is, who is this you whose company you are enjoying? So let us just take those words within as we close our eyes to this outside world. And that which we see, that has already been manifested, and we move into that inner space of all infinite beginnings, new creation, of the power and presence that I call God. For God is that one power, one presence, and it is good. It is that activity of life. It is every ounce of energy that we feel and we experience, and it is all energy. That is the activity of God. It floods forth with its fullness and its infinite source of love from everywhere presence, peace and joy, abundance and health and wholeness and good. I choose to have the eyes to see all that God has bestowed before us. I know that I cannot be separate from this source, for the energy that I am, the allness that I am, and within every cell, the activity and the vibration is me. No separation, for God is and I am, and I claim it right here and right now. Physically, non-physically, in all that I do, think, and feel, in all my creation. God is, I am. And it is with this that I know that this time is a time of upliftment, a time of realization, a time of truth, a time of transformation, a time of expansion. And it is good, for it can only be good. So I accept it fully, the blessings that are here today, in all of its glory. I accept it, I embody it, I live it, and I share it. And so it's with that truth I release this word into that eternal yes, as I watch the divine in its perfect eloquence create and manifest before my very eyes all that is spoken. I give great thanks that this is so, and I allow it to be, and so it is. Amen.
Good morning. How are you guys? And girls, everybody, kids, everybody. I'm fine too. I'm just getting adjusted to my my red-haired wig, and I'm thinking about purple next week. Just thinking about it. You know, these things are expensive. So I'm thinking about going to the costume thing, get one of those just for fun. What do you think? Purple? They're probably not so scratchy either, but they're probably flammable, so I'll have to be careful. We charge extra for that. No, something's gone in my brain this morning. Listen, we have a wonderful guest artist this morning, Miss Rebecca Jade. She is fabulous. She works around town in San Diego. If you go to her website, you'll see that she's been at Anthology. She's working on a new CD, but she brought a few with... She has some more that she wants to sell. She's going to sing a real happy song today. I love happy songs, don't you? Would you please put your hands together and welcome Miss Rebecca Jade to that microphone.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me. Well, I wanted to find a couple songs that were going to fit with the theme of the message this morning, and I think we have a couple good ones for you, so I hope you enjoy. And this one is... a fun tune. I hope you enjoy. I think you guys will know it too. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Oh, yes, I can make it now. The pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is a rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue sky. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue sky. Look all around, there's nothing but blue sky. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue skies. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Yeah, I can see all obstacles in my way. Here is a rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Yeah, it's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Thank you. Give it up for the band. Thank you so much.
Hey, that is Rebecca Jade. Oh my goodness. How fabulous. Sunshiny day. I love it. Bring that light here. This is great. All right. Hey, thanks, Carl. Appreciate all your support. You're fabulous. Good job, guys. So let's see. I want to start off this morning by saying thank you, thank you, thank you. You probably read what I put inside Seaside, but if you haven't, I'm going to tell you. We have, as many of you have known, we have been in the process of changing our financing for the mortgage of Seaside. Balloon payments coming due. The bank wants their money. I can't understand that, but I guess that's the way it works when they lend you money. And so we have been pursuing a company that will issue publicly offered bonds across the country, and we've been working on this since the summer of last year. We're coming down the home stretch, and they shared with us what they want us to bring to the closing is an extra $37,000. And so I shared this last week. I said somebody's willing to pay half of it in matching funds. And last week, in an hour's time, we raised over $40,000 here at Seaside. You guys are amazing. Woo, that's right. I was just truly an amazing miracle that took place here at Seaside. Thank each and every one of you for your love, your prayers, and your contributions. We went into the meeting on Monday with the bond company for their final due diligence. We did fabulous. We asked them when it was done, so does this mean we have a done deal? Which they followed up, it's not a done deal until you sign the documents. So, but with that said, as you read, that we set up the final signing of the documents a week from tomorrow. So we're on track. Keep the prayers going. It is just truly a wonderful manifestation, the collective consciousness of a community that knows with God all things are possible, and that's what we're celebrating. You know, this morning's message is about enjoying yourself. It is about enjoying life that is showing up at you as you. It is about enjoying the truth of who you are, which is God made manifest, and know that what you are truly is spirit. And the beauty of religious science and this spiritual philosophy is that we emphasize the dignity and the infinite nature of our being. It is not like we are no better than the worm and the dust. We are an expression of the divine itself. And so we have the absolute ability to control and direct our world and the unfoldment of our life, and that there is nothing that is predestined that is going to happen to us as long as we are giving and taking the responsibility, allowing Spirit to guide us and to direct us and to lead us, as opposed to the collective consciousness of this world that lives in fear, or the headlines in the collective consciousness, or the awareness that the medical field is the absolute authority on how the body works, or the financial headlines are the truth. None of that needs to be your reality if you recognize the infinite nature of your being, and that is worth enjoying. It's up to you to claim that and to experience that in your life. And as I have worked with many people over the years in classes and counseling, what I've come to notice is so many individuals feel that there's more than what's going on in their life. You know, and I'm not talking more like another job or another hot date. I'm talking about missing that sense of awe of life. You know, that sense of a sacred connection that the mystical experience brings. Not something you can get to with your mind. It is only something that you can surrender to, that you begin to fall breathless into the ever-loving arms and rest in that divine embrace of Spirit, trusting your life as it unfolds. Now, I'm not a big believer in blasphemy. But if I were... The blasphemy is the way people invalidate the magnificence of their being. It is the way they invalidate the value of who they are in this world and begin to mumble, oh, it's not good enough. You know, what I have is not... And they just put themselves down again and again. And, you know, if heaven wasn't so heavenly, I could just see it smacking me upside the head and said, Christian, get yourself together here. What are you doing here? Stop listening to that crabby accountant in your brain that is telling you you got to logically figure it all out. It doesn't work like that. You don't need to analyze it and analyze it some more. I love this line Woody Allen said, one of his movies. He talked about the first time that he entered into psychotherapy or psychoanalysis, and he was concerned that he was going to take on the personality of the persona of a 19th century neurotic, cocaine, Jewish, cigar-smoking addict. And then he said, after several years, 10 years of therapy, he said, you know, now I realize that wouldn't have been so bad. Yeah. What happens is we just start, spinning the wheels, and we make it so much worse, which is why it's wonderful to go to religious science practitioners. What the religious science practitioners do is they see the magnificence of your being. What they do is they honor the brilliance of who you are. They invite you and entice you to bring that forth into your life. To be able to honor the brilliance of your being is so valuable. You can't help but enjoy yourself. If you're dancing through life, enjoying the brilliance of your being, honoring and validating the gifts that you brought into this world, and when you're at that place, then you get to share them with the world. And people go, share them with the world? No. This marketing stuff is just not me, Christian. It's like I watch people begin to withdraw the magnificence of who they are because they begin to question the value. The blasphemy is invalidating the value of what it is you have to share in this world. It is up to you to share it with the world. You don't need to go to 10 years of psychoanalysis to figure out what issues you have. Try self-marketing. That will do it. Baby, I will assure you it will bring up all of your issues, your wounds, your unlovable aspects of yourself, the memories from those emotional, horrific moments in grade school or junior high, or even the dreams of standing naked before the interrogation of the CIA. Baby, I assure you, self-promotion brings up those spots in your life that you have just unearthed that questions what you are. But I'll tell you, it is up to you to know that you have what it takes to move through that and to stop invalidating and saying you're not worth it, because you are. You have a brilliance to bring into this world, and as you bring it into this world, you will live and enjoy yourself, and you will enjoy life because you are living your dharma. You are living your thing. And just because it comes easy to you, and just because it is second nature, doesn't mean it's second rate. That's right. It's all right to go to a physician who thinks it is easy what it is they do. It's all right to go to a physician and have her love her profession of healing people. They are worth it. It is okay for you to love what it is you do, and do it with an ease and do it with a grace, and know that it is worthy. I had a plumber over to my house. I thought we were going to have to tear the house apart to save the pipes. We paid him way too much to fix a toilet, but we didn't have to tear the house apart. I was grateful for his brilliance and willing to pay for it. Not that I had much choice in the matter. Some circles would call this virtuoso, or specialists, or rock stars. I want you to enjoy yourself and the gift that you bring, because who you are is special, and this world wants it. And to get over this thing about self-promotion, well, Christian, I just can't really talk about what it is I do. Even though I enjoy it and I do it with ease, it's just not what I like to. I love talking about Seaside. You plug me in and I get going. Out comes the magnificence of what this community is. I'm not selling and I am not marketing. I'm just telling you the magnificence of what Seaside is, that when you enter onto this campus, you can feel the presence of God. It is a place where miracles happen, where $40,000 can be raised in an hour. It is where cancers dissolve. It is a place where our children are able to learn at a young age the magnificence and the dignity of their being, that they are infinite expressions of life. It is a place where you meet people of like minds and establish friendships. It is a place where people care and love and reach out to one another. It is a place where lives are transformed for the better. I'm not out there marketing. What I'm offering people is the end of their search. When you love what it is you're doing, you got to allow that to move through you and let people hear what it is you love, not what you think they should be loving. Let them hear what it is you love. Let them hear the story behind your song. Feel the value. Do what it is you love. That's how you enjoy life. Croon it from the rooftops, because you can't help it, not because you're trying to sell it. It's like, I'm the one who needs this in my life. That's where the joy, that's where the value, that's where the magic comes in. And as I am willing to step into that place that just feels right, that mystical place that is beyond the how to, am I going to do this, and begin to believe that there is a way, I begin to relax and enjoy myself more. If I'm caught up with the statistical ways of how I'm going to make this happen, I'm going to ruin my good time. It's not about selling your soul to make something happen. It is about enjoying yourself and letting the world know what it is you're enjoying and what it is you're loving, and you will make a difference. It's not about using yourself up to get something out there. It's not about being on the psychic treadmill trying to do this and do that. It's about letting go. It is about surrendering. It is about listening, which isn't that easy for us human beings. You know, there is a study I recently read that within a conversation, people get uncomfortable with about 4 seconds of silence. Is that true? Yeah. I used to go to the Quaker prayer meetings, and they would sit there in the silence until they started quaking with something that was more valuable and more important to share than the silence. I thought, boy, what a great way to do sermon. Sermon prep would get a lot easier that way, for sure. You know. But it's listening to your spiritual self. You know, if this were a classroom and we had the time, I would take you through a process that I do in mysticism classes and other classes, and I'll give it to you so you can do it at home, because I can't rush you through it. But what I would do is I would start off by having you close your eyes, and you don't need to do this now, but I invite you to do it at home because it's valuable. And you ask yourself, who am I? You know, who am I? You repeat that over. What am I? And you would repeat that over, and then I would say, repeat I, and then add your name, I, Christian. And then I would ask you to think about your feet and say, am I my feet? Go up the body, am I my stomach? Go through the whole body, and finally, am I my brain? And you realize I am not this physical package. But what I am is that which is aware of this. What I am is a consciousness that understands this, and I'm an awareness that sees what's going on in my life. I'm an awareness that looks out of my eyes, and I realize that what I am is a consciousness or an awareness of the things that are going on. So all that I can really say is that I'm an awareness or a consciousness, and as we begin to think about it more, we'll take it to the place where God is consciousness, that God is infinite, and so if Spirit is infinite, there cannot be the infinite and my consciousness. There cannot be the infinite and me. That's just weird. I am part of the infinite, so the truth of my nature is that infinite nature, that God presence, of where it is all possible, and that's what I'm talking about here. This is how I started this morning, is recognizing our nature. You can't but help enjoy yourself and your walk through life when you recognize that you are this infinite nature of spirit that is forever seeking expression, and it is expressing through your life, through what it is you love to do. So choose to enjoy yourself and use that as that which moves you forward in life. And as you do this connected, you'll come to meet a person that is gentler and kinder than you're used to meeting. And that person is not your maker. It's God. It's not God. It is God. It's you is what I'm getting at here. You come to meet the gentler, kinder aspect of who you are. And you can only know that. If you could see as the mystics see, you'd be looking with the eyes of God, the eyes of Spirit, the eyes of grace. I don't care what you want to call this sustenance, the Spirit, but you'd be looking with the deep knowingness. And the mystics, they're not busy debating theology or the power of God. They know God. They know Spirit. They're not talking about it. I mean, if we're going to talk about God, you know what? It would be like me saying, today after service, I want you to go down to the beach because I want you to experience something that's so good. Walk on the beach with the sun out on your body and just feel your feet in the sand and smell the fresh smell of the waves that are crashing and look at the blue sky with the puffy white clouds and the magic that is there. And you go, yeah, I get it. But you know what? I don't care how good I describe it. That's not your experience. You're not having the experience of doing that. I don't care how good we can allude to and talk about that divine presence or the grace of Spirit. It is not spirit. And that's what the mystics are about, is experiencing that. So as we give you the techniques, like this process I gave you to work at home, as we point and give you the ways and the means, it is not it. I'm teaching right now in the foundation class the 5 steps of treatment. The class is brilliant in their understanding of it, their comprehension of it. Reverend Catherine taught it this weekend. 5 steps. It's not that complicated. It takes a little bit to learn, but I remember one class where I was teaching it, and the guy just couldn't grasp it. He was having a challenge in his life, and he just finally threw up his hands and said, "Oh, hell, I'm well." And it worked. It worked. It is the consciousness that makes the difference, and the awareness became that which he spoke. Pay attention to what you're paying attention to. Yes. I learned early on, or somebody taught me, never buy hair growth tonic from a bald salesman. You want to work with people who have it going on in their life. If you want to experience joy, you hang out with people who've got joy going on. If you want to feel down and get caught up in the heaviness of life, hang out with people that are down and got a black cloud over their head. There's not a right or wrong, but you got to pay attention to what you're paying attention to. And I'm here to remind you that you can enjoy yourself as you move through this thing called life. And how you enjoy yourself is to love do what it is you love to do, and to share that with the world. Be willing to, as I said, croon it from the rooftops. Be willing to put it out there so people are able to feel it and sense it and experience that, and you begin to move in a realm that with expanded possibilities, where you begin to catch a glimpse of the whimsical side of your being, that infinite nature that is not bound by the logical mind that can tell you what it can do or it can't do. What happens is that imagination begins to get stuck with the intellectual mind saying this is as far as you can go. But what I want us to understand is where you can go is infinite, and believing more in that infinite nature of your being produces results with that which says is cannot be healed, far greater than the medical world can do it. But you're the one who's got to believe. You are the one who's got to enter into that field of grace. And that grace is, once again, I can only try to describe it. You've got to have it yourself. But there's like the absence of negativity. There's a calm, a tranquility. All's well. It's okay. And it's not self-generated, and it's not contrived. It is a real something that allows you to know that this infinite nature of being is far greater than the limitations of the earthly realm. And so I encourage you to know, to pray beyond the boundaries of your belief. Well, that's good. I like that. Pray beyond the boundaries of your belief. And I'll share with you an area I'm doing it right now in my life. Seaside miracles go on, that's for sure. And so, as I shared with you a little while back, we had some things taken from our home, all of which have pretty much gotten over, except the one that still brings up a little angst inside of me, is I have a journal, a leather-bound journal that every few months I've been writing about Trevor's life. Dad's, message to his son as he grows up. So every few months, this is what it's like as you ate your first food, you took your first steps. These are the names your mom and I would call you. This was in the first movies we took you to. These are the silly songs mom would sing. These are the first girls you brought over. All of these kind of things that are kind of lost. The people and the names of the first, they're just kind of, and it's gone. And, this leather journal, it's not like it had this index page that says this book belongs to Trevor Dane Sorensen, who lives at 692 Camino El Dorado. It doesn't have his phone number. It's just not in there. And so, praying beyond what I know, how things can happen with my earthly mind, is to know that which is mine can never be taken. That which is mine, and that this is coming back to me and my life, and I don't know how. But you know what? When I do prayers, it's not up to me to know how. When miracles and manifestations happen, it is not up to us to say, how did that happen? It's up to stand there with awe and notice, wow, look what happened here. Look at God manifesting here. And so as I speak these words of a deep knowingness, what I know is that presence of God is showing up in a way that my mind couldn't figure out. But the infinite nature of who I am has taken the responsibility to align with that power that is infinite, that knows all things. And I may be walking through a used bookstore someday, and here's somebody pulled out of a dumpster this leather-bound journal with some guy by the name of Trevor in it, and I go, whoa, look at this. I don't know. But I wanted to share it with you so when it does happen, we can all be in awe together and go, of course, this is the way it works. Because you know what? We're here to enjoy ourselves in our walk through life and not give our power away to the appearances that go on in this world. Because there's things that go on in this world, and I can give my power away. But what I've realized is if I can't pray a door open, I'm not going to try to pry it open. Yeah. The greatest power comes with the lightest touch. And so, yes, I believe in action, but I also believe that I pray as if it all depends on God, and I act as if it all depends on me. But I take the time in my meditative silence to get clear, because there are certain situations that require action, but all situations require clarity. And so before I give the power away, I know that I'm into this world to enjoy myself, to enjoy Spirit's manifestation of itself as me in this life, in this world. And when something comes up, what I must do is to get this rational mind that logically wants to analyze the situation out of the way, because as I continue to see miracle after miracles happen in this world and this transformation that takes place, what I've come to discover from these things is that the miracle or the transformation is not a result of the mind and the body alone. The mind and the body alone cannot dissipate an army of cancers attacking multiple organs at the same time. But when we remember to include the spiritual sustenance, call it God, Spirit, grace, whatever it is, when you choose to include your higher aspect, your infinite nature, that aspect of Spirit that works with your heart and your mind and your body and your soul and your spirit, it cannot help but to produce results, because when Spirit shows up, there is nothing that can stand in its way. There is not Spirit and this challenge. There is only Spirit that shows up in our life. And when I was willing to get rid of the concept, my consciousness and the infinite, to just the infinite, then what I realized, there cannot be the infinite and the challenge. There can only be the infinite. And as I heal that sense of separation, what happens is the wholeness of God shows up in my life in those ways that are right and real and relevant, and will manifest in abundance and health and love and relationship and passion and joy. You pick it, and Spirit says, yes. Enjoy yourself as you walk through this world. This life wasn't meant to be a chore to you. This trip around is a blessing. It is a gift. It is what you have been waiting lifetimes for. And those physical laws do not apply to the mystical realm. The cosmologies of karma do not apply to the mystical realm. We do not understand the mystical realm, but there is a divine order that knows how to flow. We see it time and time again as we hear the incredible stories, as we manifest the wonderful wealth, the joy, and the love in our life. It is only a confirmation that there is something greater showing up, seeking to express itself as your enjoyment as you walk through this world. But you must choose to love what it is you love and do it and share it with us all. God bless us as we do it. Hey, keep going as we bring Rebecca Jade back to the stage.
Well, that was a wonderful message.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to keep it going. Hope you like this next tune. It was done actually originally by well, made popular, I think, in the beginning by Nina Simone, and I hope you like it. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on a tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean. Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when the day is done, you know what I mean. And this old world, and this new world, and this bold world, oh, for me. Give 'em a hand, everybody. Stars when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pine, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. Oh, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life, and I'm feeling
Thank you. Rebecca Jane! Woo! Thank you.
Oh my, new dawn and new day are right here in this moment for sure for Seaside. Step into that ease and the grace because we love what it is we do. and willing to share that with the world. So, hey, this is the time of our service where we have the opportunity to unite together in our givingness and the sharing of our love and our support and the honoring of Spirit showing up in our life, and know that we are part of an abundant manifesting consciousness where miracles go on as each of us lets go of what it is we're holding on to and steps into the flow. What you get to experience are the miracles too. And so I'd like to invite our ushers to come forward at this time and say thank you to this wonderful crew, and thank you to those who mail in your contributions when you cannot be here on a Sunday. It is greatly appreciated, as well as those that remember us with the auto tithe, that regular systematic support from your world into the ongoing responsibilities and the activities that Seaside has. Your gift makes a difference. So with that said, I share this prayer of abundance with the most generous spiritual communities and a sense of gratitude and appreciation for the outpouring of love and support and good. For the blessings of God truly is upon this moment in ever-expanding kinds of ways. For the grace of God lives in this moment, or I live within this moment, which is the grace of God that is expressing its life as my very experience here and now. So letting go of concern and opening up to that affluent flow of life itself, I continue to see the joy around my life, the ability to share that which I am here to do with a sense of appreciation. And so I give from this high place of expanding good that I am, knowing that which has blessed my life continues to ripple out into the world, blessing all those with whom it comes in contact. Thank you, Father, Mother, God, for this opportunity to know the truth of being and to let go, trusting the infinite nature of the great I am. And so it is. Amen. Hey, together let's say the sharing of our affirmation of abundance, which is, Spirit continues to bless my world. Gratefully, I live as the giving expression of Spirit, opening the floodgates of the affluent flow of greater good as my life now. Yeah, just
I just feel the sound, the music, the love that fills this place, and stand before this bountiful blessing that has come from the heart and soul of each of us that is present here, and know that this gift truly has been made in love and has been given to each of us in good care, and we have sent it forth, and it is taken care of in good stewardship and sent forth into the world to do the work for which it has been charged, and know that even greater than that will unfold. Grateful to be used by Spirit in this moment for the abundant flow of life, we send this forth with a sense of ease and grace, knowing there is so much more flowing through each of us. And so it is. Amen. All right. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate that. No. Guys, you're fabulous. Guys from Seaside. And today, Rebecca Jade, your music was beautiful. Love your soul and your passion. Reverend Fran, bless you for leading us through wonderful music, artistic direction. Reverend Tammy, a joy to share Sunday mornings with you. Giving us the sound is Marv. Giving us the visual. Giving us the sound is Ed. Giving us visual is Marv. Great job, guys. And know that there's CDs available right after the service. And Tim, thank you for live streaming this out to the world. I know there are more and more viewers watching it. So hello at home. We thank you for your support, and know that we'll keep delivering to you, and appreciate your support back. Truly. Hey, lots going on at Seaside, and remember that next Sunday is the first day of daylight savings, which means as things get more exciting, begin to blossom, you've got more energy, you have an opportunity to bank one of your hours. As you spring ahead, you get to save that hour for the fall, for when you really need it. So it is a great opportunity to experience that. Also, right after service, Reverend Laurie is doing the basic beliefs of Science of Mind. So if you want to know more about the philosophy, stop in and see her. And Wednesday night, just a little aside, what's going on, nobody knows because we just set it up, but Reverend Kathy Hearn is going to be here on Wednesday night at the Wednesday night service with Reverend Sunshine to receive the Barbara Fields Peace Award that has been given. So that's happening Wednesday night. Be here if you can. And then you know about 17th, bring a friend. I trust everybody. Have you thought of somebody who you're going to bring on the 17th? Well, that's about half of you. But you got another week. Think about who it is you want to bring on the 17th and plan to bring them. I know Sharon DeLon is planning to make corned beef and cabbage and have that available. We're going to be outside. Maybe get some music out there too. I don't know. We're still making this up because we're going to have 700 people here on the 17th. So plan to be with us. Also, if you can't be here, those on the podcast, plan to tell a friend to watch it live because there is excitement, there's dynamic, there's growth. It is a place of healing. Is a place of the presence of God. And so I can keep going on as you've heard me go. I love this place, and I will shout it from the rooftops, not because it's marketing, but because it is end to people's search. And so, hey, let's pray. Healing is the thrust of this movement since its conception. And so I want to invite any of our religious science practitioners to please stand and invite all of us to feel this upliftment of the divine essence, for truly the blessing of the divine moves in this moment. And it is a grace, it is a presence, it is that which is ineffable, which means I cannot describe it, but as you experience that walk on the beach, you know what we allude to. As you experience that presence of God, you begin to recognize that there is so much more, that it need not be debated, but rather truly the essence of Spirit has its way in the field of awareness. I open up to the infinite nature of that which I am. I become aware of the infinite consciousness of Spirit, which is my nature, and so I speak from this place of connectedness, knowing that I am Spirit expressing that the I am of who I am is God, proclaiming the truth of this moment, which is God made manifest in our lives in those ways that are right and real and relevant. For truly the blessings of the Spirit is here and is upon this community, and the members of this spiritual community continue to move to that ever greater conscious connection with the sacred itself, and stand with that sense of awe filling that space of knowing that there is more, because there is so much more of God that is seeking to show up in our individual lives, bringing about that which needs the correction. And so if there's anything in our life that is less than what appears to be whole, that is out of balance, that is not graceful, that is a struggle or constriction, or name this experience what you want, it is human. But in this moment, I open up to the spiritual truth of being. And it is in this moment, as each of us stands on this holy ground, It is a vortex of that divine flow, and this moment becomes a transparency to Spirit made manifest as our very life. And the good and the abundance and the healing and the wholeness has its way. Every prayer in the prayer request chest is answered. And in this moment, let's just surround our beloved sister, Jackie Mayo, who is just in that place, the perfect breath of life, that her body is with that perfect circulation. Her lungs fill up with the wonderful oxygen of the divine breath of itself, and her blood feels that wonderful flow, and the rhythm of life returns once again, and the vibrancy of being allows her to step forth in the passionate expression for her to walk this world as we know her to be. And for Mr. Gadamoller, who's making his transition in this moment, that right where he is, the presence of God is, and there is a remembering, there is a knowing, and the embracing and the accepting the wholeness of being, and that perfect expression leads him forward. As it leads each and every one of us as we walk through this life, there is no separation within the time and space, so each of us becomes that place where the greater good finds its relevant expression as our very life, and the abundant flow of being is experienced, and there is a sense of peace, there's a sense of security, the negativity dissolves. There is that sense of grace, that sustenance of spirit that transcends just the mind-body connection to the spirit, to the mystical, to the divine flow itself, allowing the world in which each of us walks to be that radiant, vibrant expression of the success and the fulfillment of God having its way as our life. And this, I am grateful. I'm thankful. The words I've shared, they are the truth, that they're manifesting, having its way, and I surrender my need to make any of it happen. I surrender even my perspective and allow that will of the divine to have its way. I take the responsibility to say yes to that divine frequency and vibration of spirit, and know that my world responds to that here and now perfectly, as does Seaside continue to grow and thrive and be that beacon of light. For we no longer hide the light under the bushel, because they do not live there, live on the hilltop, proud to croon and shout what is going on, which is spirit made manifest within our individual lives. And so it is. Amen.
Ooh, 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 ooh. There was a time in my life, thought I had to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged and trying to make it through, just one more day, you got to let it go. Say you got to let it all go. Let it all go. And this is what we have to say. Come on. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. 'Cause I'm only here for God. You know there's no more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. And free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. No, I release, I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here. Yes, I'm only here. Yes. I am only here. Oh, God.
Woo, sounded good. Hey, our affirmation is every day I easily enjoy the company of myself. Together. Every day I easily sit and enjoy the company of myself. Again, every day I easily sit and enjoy the company of myself. And our song of grace.
I'm living in peace. I'm living my life for what I believe. Through joys and through fears, in this world I walk. God's grace shines on me, and it shines on us all. We are living in grace. We are living in grace. We are living in grace. We're living in peace. United we stand as one family. We honor all truth as together we walk. God's grace moves through me and it moves through us all. We